newest champions in sports comes from the Washington, D.C. area, and he's burst upon the scene. It's almost as if he wanted to become a champion, so he just did. His name is Charles Marks, and he's a powerboat champion racer.
Eric's Realty, number 60. This is a sleeper. Watch this one later in the race. It's barreling along here. That's Bobby Moore on the throttles and a first-time racer, Charles Marks, the driver. They've taken it very easy for the first lap, but this baby can fly.
I've always had a fascination for speed. I guess what I did in the cigarette was much the same way that any kid does when you're out in the backyard shooting hoops and you're Dr. J and there's 2 seconds left of the game, boom, you win the game. And I was playing that same game in my 35-foot cigarette. You know, I'd jump the wave and I'd win the race.
He hit powerboat racing like a storm, the first black man to ever win. And he picked a biggie to do it in, a war on the shore off Atlantic City. It was sponsored by Donald Trump. And when it was over, and when he had won, Charles Marks needed some time to let his accomplishments sink in.
It, really took a while for it to finally sink in that I had done something unique. You've taken a boat that had never been tested, 2.5 hours of testing, you splashed it. You're a rookie, you've never raced before. You're a black in a white sport that's never been done before. You won, it's never been done before, Now, don't kid yourself and pretend that you're the Iron Man, that you don't have some feelings about it. Let it go.
Charles Marks has brass. He predicted a victory in his very first race. Then, to back that up, he bet Al Copeland $250,000 that he'd win. Copeland, you see, owns the Popeyes fried chicken conglomerate. This guy's a veteran in powerboat racing. He figured Marks was going to be easy pickings. And what about the guy who made the bet? Wasn't Charles Marks a little worried about backing up his big talk?
Yeah. But as soon as the bow of that boat flopped down in the water, there was no doubt in my mind whatsoever that we weren't going to win that race.
Muhammad Ali said it. If you can back up your claims, you ain't bragging. It turns out the heavyweight champ is one of Marks's idols.
Here was a guy that stood up and said, I can do it because I'm me. Not because I'm black, not because of anything. I'm me.
But make no mistake, this victory at Atlantic City was no easy task. He took on the best as an untested rookie. He piloted a powerful boat, but a boat that had never been tested either. For Marks, there's a lesson in each of these accomplishments.
If you remove your crutches, if you rid yourself of all the reasons why you can't do something, and stand up and start walking, you'll find out that there's a real good possibility that you can try it to the end. And just try to stand up just one time and see what happens. You'd be surprised.
Did you notice there was no advertising on the boat?
Mm-hmm.
That won't last long.
No, they'll be clamoring, if not already.
6 o'clock, we're going to look ahead to the World Series, and I talked with Bullets owner